So, last time I was getting my butt kicked every which way, and I was having to deal with one of those fancy stop having fun guys in the process, so good times were had. So, since then, I did some level grinding, and at least to the point where I was actually able to create a couple of the things that I saw but wasn't able to actually combine monsters into because I wasn't high enough level yet. But I was able to create this guy. And this guy. Improvements, to be sure. But as you can see, those are the only ones I had, because despite my efforts, despite actually using save states, I was not actually able to recruit anything else. It's bad when you're save stating through every branch of the dialogue tree and they all end in failure. Whatever. But at least I'm in a better situation now. I also got one of those axes that I stumbled across. The glamorous axe that the Beetlejuices had. I was able to randomly get one of those eventually. So at least now I have a good good melee weapon option if I need it. Because goodness knows, even now those man-eaters are still annoying, mostly because they freaking paralyze. But I still like my gun, because it hits multiple times. Although, maybe I should, try talking to some of these just to actually recruit something? Anything? Although, I think these monsters are probably a bit too weak for... Yeah. When my gun one-shots them each, they're probably a bit too weak for my purposes. I would have to do a lot of monster fusions in order to actually make them worthwhile. Hanged Man. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. For some reason... I just had that sneaking suspicion that my gun was not going to work on that one. And I was right. Okay. Now I just have to remember where the heck I was supposed to go here. I believe this was where I was supposed to go. Yeah, I think it must have been downstairs. No. I forgot the where plot was taking me. There was a thing all the way back where back at the save point. That's where I was supposed to go. I had forgotten. Yeah, Monster Fusion is free. Yeah, I just need to have, the monsters on hand to do it. And I actually did try, I looked to see what would happen if I fused these two together, and it came up as a slime, so... Very much not. But at least I have ones that can actually, you know, last in a fight for more than 2 seconds. Which I was not able to... Which the ones that I already had on hand definitely would not. Right, I need to have my items and my magic notes on hand. And while I'm thinking about it, what magic can these guys use? Poison D, that's poison, removes poison. Estima, what was Estima again? Where are you? Yeah, oh, it's basically a repel. Yep, there's a healing spell that hopefully it's more you using it is a bit more effective than when Beth was, because that was kind of weak. That's not the ones in this game. The ones in this game aren't really that cute. Let's see, do I have slimes in here? Yeah, there we go. That's the slime. So basically the slime seems to be just the default, this combination is not good kind of thing for Monster Fusion. Alright. And on our brief look at a walkthrough, it turns out that the boss rematch down here is where I'm supposed to be going. And that apparently this D-Stone is something I will want, and not necessarily for myself. Oh, well, hello. Your username could be misconstrued as an actual word. Nah, I got to it first. Alright. Elevator going down. Alright. Hello, Daleth. Alright, done. I think that's poison, something or Moashi. Moash, a medium foot attack to a single foe. Sure. Although the HP cost was not a misprint, like I thought it might have been. And down you go. Dropped something as he fled. Got Mars Pillar. Okay. Oh dang, I got a lot of metal cards. I forget what the magic stones even do besides bartering. Oh. Heals a quarter HP. Well, that's nice. And the metal card is just for the stupid minigame. I feel like saving after that. As of now, I would presume yes. But you know, as mentioned, I don't have any other ones because the game won't let me recruit anymore right now, for some dumb reason. But yes, I do feel like saving, having accomplished that. Especially since I was kind of using my demon's HP as a resource, somewhat unintentionally. Hopefully money will not be an issue for a good while. And as far as how many monsters and whatnot, that all depends on how many human party members I end up having, I guess. Yeah, because Beth has come and gone. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure she ain't coming back, because she's dead. This was one that I've been wanted to recruit for a good little bit. Let's try this now. Yeah. Getting an orb, though, is nice. Oh, and you have to go... Well, considering that you actually give important information in the passcodes, that's probably a good idea that you're still here. I don't think there was anything else here. A Gaian. That's probably means you're Chaos aligned, which means I can't really do much with you. I really don't like these dumb things. Well, that's new. I am not dealing with you. With your stupid paralysis, no. Big no. You know what? These things are annoying as well. Basically anything that's immune to my gun is just annoying. Okay, yeah, that healing wasn't too bad. All right then. Now to explore more of this place. And see... Oh, that's an exit. Okay. A magic box. Not sure what all that's supposed to mean, but it's a thing. Okay. So what kind of enemies do we have here? Can I recruit you? I can do that. I can give you that too. I have plenty of those. Ha-ha! Yay! I actually got a recruit. Thank you so much. How strong are you? You're alright. You're alright. Your health could use a bit shoring up, but, you know, you're alright. And, yep, I am just going to do that. Because this game does not play nice, so... Hopefully I won't have to use that. But it's there if I need it. Okay. Let's try that one. Nope. Alright, let's try the next one. 1, 8, 3, 4. Nope, it's gotta be the third one then. 9, 1, 9, 2. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Why am I only given a yes or no response to that? Nice. Ooh. How did I recruit you when I don't even have the levels to summon you in the first place? Well, yeah, I'm saving. I'm definitely, garage? You know what? What kind of items do you have? Yeah. It's a nightmare. No. Wait, I am only level 27, right? Yeah. So if I try to summon that, would I actually be able to? Yes, I can. So apparently I can't fuse something into something that's a higher level than me, but I can still summon them just fine. Weird. But I'll take it, I guess. Hey, Nue! Let's try this again, huh? Darn. More metal cards. Okay, let's just... Is it that one? Yep, which means that'll be the third one, whenever I get to it. Alright. But there is still stuff elsewhere. Oh, right, this is a Gaia play switch! No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope, nothing there. I would talk to you and you'll give me something, but... I am kind of in need of... I need to make sure I don't run low on my resources. When you say when it comes out, what? I know Shin Megami Tensei 3, that's been out for a while now, hasn't it? For like forever. Though, is it coming out on some other platform or something? Ah, there's a remake. I did not know there was a remake coming out for that. Well, it wouldn't be anytime soon, for sure. Oops, didn't mean... That's not the direction I meant to go in. I would definitely take a look at it after I'm done with this. Yeah, there is a SMT5, I think. Yeah. Not to mention Persona, and goodness knows how big that series has gotten. I'm gonna keep trying to talk to you until you actually. Whatever. You're stupid paralysis. I am never fighting you if I can help it. Have I fought you before? Ooh. You're chaos, so I can't talk to you because I'm law aligned. Thing is, I want to say I was still getting those comments before it was saying put down your gun before I even had a gun. So I think it's just more talking about referring to my weapon in general. Oh, no gem in the box. Fine. Go ahead and heal again for the heck of it before heading out. Oh. Well, never mind. We're still full healed. Oh, good. I don't really feel like fighting you guys either. Yeah, maps are always good. Balance of money. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let's see what I can make from what I've got. I still don't know what all these dang symbols mean in the results. No. Nope, that's a slime. And that's also a slime. That looks nice, but it's chaos, so I wouldn't be able to summon it anyway. And that's about that. Okay. Oh wait, there was the Fuse 3 option. Although I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to. I'd be too low leveled for anything good that would come from the 3 demon option. But I might as well at least see what I can do here. Okay. So, not much. But if I could recruit one of you right off the bat... Yes. Haha! And yet, not dealing with you. Oh, I feel so much better now that I'm actually being able to recruit things. It feels good. Let's see. Hanma, what is that? Holy Elemental, slight chance to inflict instant death. Zan is slight force damage. Penpat, what is that? Removes all abnormal status to all allies. Particularly the one, looks like just the ones that wear off after combat anyway. Well, I mean, any given monster, any given demon, they don't level up on their own. The only way to get to that they get stronger is by fusing them together. Coolette. Fine. Oh boy, this is a big place. You know what? If I could deal with these things quickly. Oh, great. Sleep. And now I'm paralyzed. Great. That's exactly what I didn't want. And I have nothing that'll get rid of paralysis, I don't think. No, it's not a one battle thing. Intelligence incense. Alright. And suppose I don't have magic, I don't know how well what that would actually do for me. I am starting to think I should go back and heal. But I'm already this deep in. My thought was I was gonna find find the next key door and go from there. And thankfully, running has not been much of an issue, so I just keep going deeper, I guess. Oh boy. Just run away from everything. There's a reason why I didn't want to fight these stupid man-eaters, because they paralyze and all that other wonderful crap. As soon as I find the third key, the third door, the third locked door. Ah, dang it. Magic box, that's not going to have anything in it. Yep. Treasure. Power incense. Yes, please. At least I'm finding stuff. But yeah, this is not a small area, for sure. Okay. Oh, this is going to be self-contained. Yeah, I'm just gonna start working my way back. Treasure. Stamina increase. Yes. All sorts of stat increases. It looks like that fully heals me too, which is kind of good. Yeah, that would be nice. Ooh, that's good. Orbs are always good, because they're a full heal. Can't have too many of those. Besides, there's a path over here way over on the right side that I never went into. So I feel like checking that out. Nice thing is that if I have a certain monster, I can just talk to others of that kind and they'll just give me things. Okay. Healing first, then more exploration. Thank goodness there's a healing spot here in the first place. Expensive, expensive, expensive. What exactly do all these dumb things do? Hiko Ibari kills several enemies with a curse. Doesn't work on bosses. Hamaya, attack that is effective against any enemy. Amida Beads protects you from one energy drain attack. Law line characters cannot use it. Fine. And the Nurai statue. There it is. Absorbs a hit that would normally kill you. Law line members can't use this. Fine. Okay. Yeah, good thing I have a lot of cash. Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure what you're asking there for. Oh boy. Last thing I used was the guns. Stupid nightmares, no. At least I can tell when, And it turns out the third door was over here this whole time. Alright, fine. Alright, so I know where progress is. But there's still the question of what the heck is up there, but... You know what, yeah. I feel like exploring more of that area. I don't know why they call it a garage, but that's basically the neutral aligned healing spot. It feels good to have an actual, not quite full party, but... Well, you know, since I'm passing by... Since I did get a new one since I last was here. Light neutral. Alright. Alright, so I'm convinced that those red D ones are just no good. Okay. Banshee? Do I have to watch my mag count, because that is dropping for every step. Which is half the reason why I haven't summoned that last demon to the front. Because it would just be draining even more. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Oop. Huh. I mean, it's not really that good though. Not compared to what the other things I've got. And I think that's the most that I can have. I think I want to say I can't have more than 6. So if I find something that I want to keep, that's going to be the first one to go. Okay. But while I can, Shadow Needle? Is that something I can equip? Yes, but it's not an improvement. Let me see what exactly. Shadow Needle. Yeah, it's not that good. I didn't even sell the axe that I had before. Oh well. I don't really feel like talking to you, fighting you at the moment. You, on the other hand. So this was the path that I hadn't taken yet. Yes. Nice. Not surprising, this continues on. Oh, those nerve bullets are so good. That's why I'm focusing on the gun so much. Because bullets that make the enemy go to sleep. Kinda good. This is going to be one big square by the time I'm done. Yeah. Surprise round! Yes, give me lots of mag. Well, you do give me good things just for just talking to you. You don't give me experience by it doing that. Goodness. Tanky thing, ain't you? Makes me glad I have one of you, because then I have a tanky thing that's on my side. I should probably heal you a little bit. The die is still not that good, but it's still better than when Beth was using it. What? The heck? Alright. You're saying not... Okay, what the... Oh. Oh, wow. Huh. You're good. You're really good. You're level 30 though. Oh boy. Um. Why do I have a feeling this is a bad idea? That I probably don't want to be here right now. Oh boy. Messian Temple Knight. Plasma Sword! Ooh, I leveled. Nice. Speed. The heck is this thing that I just got? Very accurate, but not an improvement on the damage front. Does it do anything else by chance? It has multiple hits. Ooh. It has as many hits as my gun. Sure. I pressed the wrong button. Cool. Plus, it gives me a couple stat points. Oh. I just feel like doing that right now, just because I got a lot. I have a sneaking suspicion I might not want to be here. And if something stupid happens, you know, I don't want to lose too much progress, you know? Especially since, you know, the whole point of me being in the place I was in was to go, to do a thing that I've already forgotten about. Oh, the Archangel is closed, which means the Archangel can't use any magic stuff. Oh boy. I think the one that can heal got... desummoned. Yeah, I'm just gonna take advantage of that. Because that was a fight. Hello, Zain. Hiroko left the center unauthorized, and for this crime was put in jail. I understand her reasons, but she broke the rules, and the rules are absolute. All the rules the center made must be followed. Breaking them is a crime. All crimes must be punished. Okay. And down you go. Haha. Oh, is that right? Can you now? Do I need to summon Naja in order to do this? Yes, I do need to do need to summon you, it looks like. That's fine. Fair enough. Ah. Okay. So, we got ourselves at least somewhat on the road to being a Yandere here, but okay. Naja fused herself with Hiroko. At one point. Ooh. Okay. Yay, Hiroko's at the party, and her health is really bad. Her health is really bad. Okay. I don't know how much the rows actually matter. Oh, wait, you're already in the back row. Never mind. What kind of stuff do you have? You have dye. You have. Alright, yeah, and I'm just gonna save having done that. And I know there's stairs there, but I'm not too keen on actually going that way right now. That was the wrong way. Messiah Neophyte. I'm suddenly wary about, oh. Oops. Okay, so the fact that my Archangel has a status ailment, they don't feel too keen about that. Fine. Thankfully, the nerve bullets are doing their job. And now Hiroko's dying. Which I guess I shouldn't be that surprised by, but still. Probably should have just tried to run it from this one. She must have buffed her defense. I don't think I have a revive spell, do I? Alright. Yeah, there's that. There is that. Now that I know that you're just gonna that. Oh dear. Come on. Let's just get out of here, please. Thank you. Thankfully, this area is not far from the healing spot, I believe. Suddenly I'm able to get through here, even without nausea. It probably also doesn't help Hiroko's case that she's... She probably doesn't have that good. She doesn't have much for equipment. That'll help though. Am I going in the right direction? Yes. Not to mention that there's still a part of that one corner of the world that I didn't explore yet, and I feel like doing that. Revive first thing. Hey. Expensive, expensive, expensive. Well, at least that's cheap. No. What's this way? Yeah. Oh, first things first. Let's see what's beyond this door. In fact, this was kind of where another elevator. Up to the first floor, huh? Where the heck am I now? I am somewhere completely new. Okay. Although one nice thing about this game is that Hiroko's going to be getting a lot more experience than I am, so hopefully she'll be. It won't take her too long to start gaining levels again and catch up a bit. Oh yeah, that's a big difference in XP. And it turns out that's all there was over here. Fine. Okay. I want to see if there's any items or anything in that other corner. If I had known that that Naja would have sent me all the way back here, I probably would have held off on it. Yep, wrong way. No. Go away. I want nothing to do with you. Do I need to be ray tracing my steps all like this? Probably not. Knowing my luck, there probably isn't much here, but I want to be thorough here. Oh. Heat glaive? Okay, it's not an improvement. Heat glaive. It does do 2 hits, though. What was your, how strong was your gun compared to not? Okay. And the nice thing about gaining levels is it full heals you, too. So suddenly I didn't have to heal her after that last fight. Okay. I am curious as to where that one elevator goes. This was the way I hadn't gone yet? Yes. Ooh, box. Speed incense! Yes. See, I did find a thing. And that's it. But, you know, I found an extra stat point, and that did, in my mind, that made the trip worthwhile. Was this way? No. The other way. So suddenly I'm kind of wanting to get into more fights, because I see how quickly my mag supply is depleting, and even though I still have about 20,000, who knows how long that would take to just go away. Fine. Wrong way. Ah, that way. These ghouls are be easy to take out. $651. Nice. I think this was the right way. Yeah. At least once you know where you're going, getting from one place to another doesn't take long. I say again, if you know where you're going. Okay. I know there was another set of stairs to in the labor camp, but I am. You know what? Maybe there's more stuff there. This feels like a bad idea though. But yeah, who knows when I'm gonna be here again. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for them to just leave. Diet just sucks. Alright. You know what? I don't feel like taking this one. Yeah, earthquakes. Okay. So what do we have here? There is an exit. Okay. Oh! Okay, they both lead to the same place. Cool. Just having a stumble upon that. Oh. Just go at least have that marked on the map. Okay. So, what kind of place is this? Oh. Well, fine. All that just led to nothing. Okay. I'll accept that, I guess. Okay. Down and around. On some level, it was a little unfortunate that there weren't any, that overworld area didn't have any encounters. Because I noticed that the mag doesn't deplete outdoors, or out in the overworld. Yes, Yukles, I am very appreciative of this. So, this was the way out? Yes. Alright. Yosei Dark Elf. Hello, how are you? Darn. I am watching Hiroko's health. Okay. And Hiroko levels up again. Good. Yeah. Okay. Auto maps are a wonderful, wonderful thing. First things first, I am going to get Hiroko better equipped than she was before. And that requires a quick trip to the factory from the other direction. Oh, hello, Zane. Valhalla was swallowed up by Mao Abaddon. That doesn't sound good. My findings indicate the operators of the center made him do it. They've stooped to using any means necessary to bring about the 1,000-year kingdom, no matter how dirty. Oh, boy. The Valhalla area is gone. Okay, then. Alright. Oh. Yes! We have met. Does that have anything to do with what I just saw outside? Oh, wow. Yes, yes, I will gladly take you. How strong were you again? Very. What is that? The Samaris? Yeah, that's a revive. Yes. Very much yes. Kaleno, yeah, I'll put you away. Bring the Kerberos out. Now I'm using up 20 mag per step, but... What level are you, Kerberos? 43! Okay. So anything that I could even try to have you fuse with would be way too strong for me. At least from here. The thing is, the guy that we were supposed to be meeting was in Valhalla. So I'm not sure how we're supposed to be meeting him now. So, unless there's something going on here in the center that is going to get my immediate attention. Fine. I guess I'll just go to the factory, the long way, and get Hiroko a good one of those rifles. Wait, can she? Is that usable by females? Yes. If that's... Let me just double check which one I've got. The M16, yes. She can use that. Especially if I'm going to be keeping her in the back. Having the gun will probably do her a lot of good. Although from here, the question becomes, what the heck do I do now? Apparently there was stuff here that I never even explored. I should probably just sell off. Either sell off or use up all these dang metal cards or something. I'd have to remember where the heck that minigame was in the first place. Really, you stupid things are in here too. Give me that mag, yes! That was worth a lot. Give me more of those workaholic fights, please. Lots of money, lots of mag. Going up the map, if nothing else. More workaholics, yes. Okay, well, this place is still a place that exists. Although the enemies in here aren't exactly that strong, but that's fine. I'll take them not being that strong for the time being. Although having a actual hard save is probably in my best interest too. So I wonder, I wonder if I can warp to the center from here. I'm going to go ahead and do that just so I don't accidentally reload a past save. Okay. Right. Valhalla's gone. The center is under lockdown, apparently. So the only other place I can even teleport to is Arcadia. Which was kind of where I was thinking of going anyway. It was either that or Holy Town, which last I saw was abandoned. Weapons now, please. Before everything comes down on top of us. Bye. Rifle and nerve bullets, please. There we go. Oh, those aren't even worth anything? Well, fine. Arrow needle. That can go. Let me double check. What was that muscle drink? I think it had something to do with healing when exhausted or something? Heals HP when you're tired. I have no idea. I still don't know what that means. You know what? I am never going to use those, so they can go. How many, these, oh, dang, I do have a good bit of those, don't I? Eventually, I'm gonna find out, exactly how much inventory space I have. I'm gonna find it out the hard way. Precious, precious bag. Okay. I'm sure you could use some better armor. Let me just... I should look at... What do you have? First off, you have titanium boots, which is defensive 10. The arrow jet is 8 defense, 4 evade. It's male only anyway. Never mind. Rivet knuckle is 5 and 1. Arm bridge. That is an improvement, and it's female only. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably an improvement for you. Iron Bunny. Iron Bunny, or that's helmet. Never mind. Yeah, you just have arm and leg equipment. Heads, arm, and leg. No body armor. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but... There we go. Now you should be able to take a hit. Not that I would want you to, with your current health. Okay. I am feeling much better now. What's on the news? We have some very sad news to report. The Elite Temple Knight, Zane, has betrayed the center and the city. Zane has been spreading totally false rumors about the center. This is truly a heinous betrayal, and everything he says is a lie. If you see Zane, please report it to the nearest Temple Knight. Hello, Zane. People of Millennium, listen to me. I will expose the true plans of the Center. The Center claims that they want to create a peaceful 1,000-year kingdom, but that is a world that only a tiny select few will be permitted to live in. Millennium was created in order to weed out the unfavorables and pick those truly worthy of living in the 1,000-year kingdom. When the wheat has been separated from the chaff successfully, Millennium will have no more purpose, and will be destroyed entirely along with all those living therein. Look at what happened to the Valhalla area. The Center had no more use for it, so they made Mao Abaddon swallow it, killing all the innocent citizens living therein. The fate of Valhalla today is the fate of all the areas tomorrow. The Center calls our industrial area the factory, but in reality it is nothing more than a concentration camp, where people are forced to work against their wills. Okie dokie then. Just gonna go ahead and save after that quick shopping trip. And I think maybe a trip to Arcadia might be a good idea, just to see if there's anything happening there. And if there's nothing there, then I guess I have nowhere else to go but to Holy Town. And see if there's anything new going on there. Alright, I'm just gonna go straight to the guy in charge. Of course, there's nothing else here. All these buildings are laid out the same way. Michael. He of not enough characters. He of short character limits. I've heard the broadcast that Zane has been putting out. Why is he saying such things? Weren't we supposed to be working together to bring about the 1,000-year kingdom? I'm very sad to hear him like this. Oh. Is that all you have to say? Alright, fine. Alrighty. I'm gonna presume that nobody else has anything pertinent to say, because I think these were all just generic people. Right, this was just the way back to the center, which is just as well. I'd be coming through one of these areas regardless. Having two of those guns go in is such a good thing. No. If you were susceptible to gunfire, maybe I would be more inclined to fight you, but you're not. Hello, Mega Kid Icarus. Thank you for the raid. How was the multi-world? That tells me that it took a while before you found gloves. Oh, well, that's good. Now it's just a matter of what was the inevitable trolley item, I guess. Probably one of the usual suspects, like ice rod or something. Oh, Triforce Sun. Okay, I like Triforce Suns. It was the flippers. Okay. Now, when you say 50-50, 50 pieces. Oh, okay, yeah. 50 pieces out of 50, okay. Which, that sort of arrangement usually lends itself to 100%ing a seed. Just because you have to find everything. Up these things. Well, I guess you end up finding getting all your stuff before the others found theirs. Goodness knows, I was, in the first couple Ocarina of Time multi-world stuff, I was an early finisher too, which makes no sense to me, but, you know, it happens. Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of these dumb things for you. Let's, I have way too many of these dang cards. Coil of what? Coil of Blessings. Let's see, what's the item? What's the weapon that I'm currently using again? It was the plasma sword. That's actually an improvement. So I feel like safe stating my way into getting that. Oh. No, this is basically Mastermind. You have to guess the code. So... was it in this? No, it's male only, right? Thankfully, the hints are a thing that exists. So let me just... yeah! So, the Plasma Sword hits 2 to 4 times, the Coil of Blessings hits 1 to 3 times, plus 2 luck, and inflicts panic. Which, from what I can tell, is like... it's kind of like confusion or something. Which is if you use like random moves or something. I like that. The Plasma Sword. Good. Nope, Hiroko can't use that. Alright. So, yeah, that was not a bad find. Still gonna prefer using the gun. Because sleep is a heck of a lot better, but if I am forced to use a melee weapon, at least I have something good. These enemies are... Did I just get 2 items from one enemy? Weird. Alright. Okay. So now the thought becomes, is there anybody here in Holytown? Because this place was totally empty last time I was here. Thankfully, the... Oh? Turns out, yes, there is. And this is where Zane's been this whole time. The fate of Valhalla today is the fate of Holytown tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to. Okay. Still enemies in here. But let's see if any of the... There are actually people here. Good. Let's see what information we can get and see what the shops have now that there's actually people in them. Ooh. Priorities. This guy has them. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Right! That was over in the that was deep in the factory area. Right. Louis Cipher. Right. Hanada. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, things didn't end well for him. I don't believe, if memory serves. Or... Okay. What you got? Not much. The ointments, they can go. Oh. Okay, that was a random thing I just got. Alright. Weapons! What you got for me? Nothing that's an improvement, although Randy shot? Inflicts charm. But it is weaker than the nerve bullets, though. Oh well. It was worth a look, at least. Right, this was the casino, right? Do I still have all the coins that I had before? Slot machine. Alright. What do you have? Japanium leg? Japanium leg. How strong is that? Pretty strong. Stronger than what I've got, for sure. Valhalla Sword. I am not above safe stating my way through this. Because I've already done it once. Valhalla Sword. Section of the page here. I don't see Valhalla Sword anywhere here. Ah, there it is. Attack power of 100? Female only, chaos only, never mind. Smile stare? That is a gun. Hits 5 to 7 times. Wow. It's weaker than the rifle. But that's a lot of hits. You know what? Let's. I know I got something really good out of this. I know it's rolling the RNG, so if I use the exact same number of frames, or... then it would lead to the same amount, but, yeah. That would be frame perfect. Next up is a muscle drink. Kintan, which is a revive, but I can always buy those if I really wanted one. I think I still have one on hand. Star Glove. I presume that's a glove. Yep, Star Glove. Absorbs Bolt, but that's about all it's got going for it. That's a bingo something. Bingo hat. Good versus attacks. Pretty sure that's... I think that's an improvement over what I've got. But I'm sure the big prize will be worth my while. I have no idea what that is. Oh. '90 attack, 1 to 2 attacks, 1 to 2 hits. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, she can't use those. Alright, fine. No, I never did try keto. Kino, it's really keen. Right. I have. I really don't know how Kino works. I should have gotten the advice first. Uh. Okay, so I guess that's how Kino works. Kino 16 numbers are rolled from 1 through 64. Uh, I'm. Yeah, there's just no. Something tells me I might have better luck in blackjack, but if I really wanted to, grind for that, I could probably do it off camera or something. 'Cause I think these boots were 50k a piece, right? Yeah. And those would be good, but yeah. And I sure as heck don't want to buy the coins outright, because that would be a little expensive. Ooh, armor. What you got here? Dancing helm? Oh, Armor of the Sun. I'll have to double check what I've got. Ward's Holy Power. Ah, Dancing Heels. Defense 1. No. Armor of the Sun. Alright, let's... What do I have? The Tangline Happy, which is better. What do you have, though? Same thing. Alright. Alright, so nothing new there. I'll at least sell off the old... Sell off the old stuff. Fortunes. Which I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going, but I might as well at least have it confirmed. This is pretty cheap, though. I'm already in Holy Town. Okay. Oh my. Guy on a motorcycle, sure. Ow! Why do you have to go do that? Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. You attack this dumb thing. I'll revive afterwards. Oh, of course, that one had only one health left. Hold on. There we go. Good. Whew. Oh, I leveled up. That's why I wanted to revive you, because you need the levels badly. But Holy cow, those things hurt! They hurt a lot! Yikes. Okay. Right. Have things set up for a gun. There was a save point in here somewhere. There's a disco. She's probably gone. Unfortunately. I'm good. If I could find the Messian one, that would probably be cheaper. Terminal! Do that just so I don't accidentally reload. You know, I'll just go in here just so it's on the map. Might as well see what's going on in the disco. Everybody's dancing furiously. Yeah, I'll just leave you to that. A while ago, some drunk in the bar was telling me to find all the pillars or some crap. During the full moon, you say? Nah, I'm good. Thank you. So I guess I should go back to the bar. So, full moon. There we go. So Yeah, I'll just go ahead. Might as well take a look. Oh my. Looks nice. I think that might actually be a downgrade, though. Yeah, I think a lot of these are downgrades. I'd have to double check what the Kerberos' attack power is. Yeah, the rest were downgrades. Just for attack power, anyway. So I think I am alright with what I currently got in that regard. Okay, so I keep thinking there's a fourth quadrant to this, but looks like maybe not. Because yeah, I can't go into that side of things. I think I already passed the full moon. So that's a shame. Right, there was somebody at the bar talking about some Jupiter something or other. I don't know what that did, but oh well. Okie dokie. Yeah, and I had already passed by the full moon. And I guess, in the end, that was their downfall. And I see the marks where there's people. I don't think you got killed. I think you just got unsummoned. Yeah. Let's see. Dark Law. I don't think I can recruit any more demons at the moment. Dang it. And it defaulted back to using sword, which I don't necessarily want, but oh. So every time I come back here, I'll be seeing this cutscene again. Yeah. Thing is, this whole time there wasn't even a Messian healing spot. It was just the neutral one. This whole that's odd. Very odd. Orbs and a mobile? What does that do? Reduces encounter rate unless demons are higher leveled. Oh, these things are weak. But Hiroko leveled up. Good. You need health. That's probably the best way of getting health, and yep, I have to go through this again. Fine. Blah, 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 blah. I'm curious to see what happens in the disco on the full moon. Sounds like something that I might want to investigate. And it is full moon. Alright, what kind of crazy things do we have going on here? Okay then. Am I gonna be roped into being a judge or something? I'm pretty much stuck here at the moment. Prizes, you say? Something tells me that entry number 1 always wins. Messenger from the planet Jupiter. Alright. Not sure if I could have actually accomplished anything on that rave thing, but, you know, it was... I decided to investigate it, and I did. Where was the save? That's the garage. You know what? I'll go ahead and heal here. Didn't realize I was in a panic state, though. Thankfully, I've got tons of money. Okay, it's a little bit early, but I think I'm gonna end things off here because I have no idea what's gonna be happening down in the underground, and I'd rather not get caught up in that and have things run long because of it. I might end up raising enough tokens to buy that leg armor, because I think both of us can use that. Where was that again? The Japanium leg, yeah. Because what was the armor I'm currently using? Currently using the titanium, which is 10 defense. While the Japanium leg is 16 defense and 16 evade and strong versus bolt magic. And plus 3 speed. And both myself and Hiroko can use it. So yeah, I'm raising the funds for that. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Plus getting, let's see, what was that weapon that I got from the big and small game again? It was the script. Where was that? Just want to make sure before I go that route whether or not Hiroko can use it. Yes, she can. So, and plus the +1 speed probably won't hurt. So that's, I'll probably do that just so that we're better equipped moving forward. Because if we don't have levels, at least we'll have that. So I guess join me next time when I head into the underground and confront someone that a thing that ate the entire region. What could go wrong, right? So until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.